Hey, if you're a filmmaker or content creator and you want to know how to price your video projects, you've come to the right place. I'll show you 8 tips on how to actually do it right, because most of the people out there I see are doing it completely wrong. I don't want you to be stuck on that hamster wheel selling your life away, so make sure to watch this video until the end, and I'll also be giving you a spreadsheet at the end that you can use to calculate your production costs. Hey, if you're new to this channel, my name is Robert and I help filmmakers just like you implement basically predictable systems to get customers at will on demand without relying on networking, word of mouth, or referrals, or what I call hope marketing, right? But in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually price your projects the right way, because most filmmakers out there are actually doing it so wrong. So let's dive straight in. The first tip is pretty much the most important one, and that is to price your videos on actual value and not the work that is involved. So don't price on the hours you put in and this amount of sweat and every little thing that you're going to do for your client, but figure out, what is this video actually going to do for them? Who are you shooting this video for? Let's say if it's a real estate agent, are they selling this house for like multiple millions and getting possible tens of thousands in commission from this single sale, right? That's one thing a video could do, or just a simple product video could pretty much turn into millions of sales, right? You want to think about, what kind of pain points am I solving for my customer here? So videos are extremely powerful and they can drive huge amounts of sales and revenue for businesses, and not just businesses, also for wedding couples. Those videos, they only have that one chance to get it right, and that's the most precious day of their lives, right? And you want to price on the actual value that you're delivering there. You know, obviously calculate your costs and what needs to be involved in the project. Like, you need visual effects, motion graphics, how much crew are you gonna need, how many shooting days, and all those sorts of things. Obviously you're gonna need to calculate that, right? But don't price on just that, right? So you need to think about, what will this video actually help them achieve, and what's the actual purpose and value of this video for that specific type of client, right? So again, like a simple one-day product shoot that you might think is only worth like $750, right? That could turn into $750,000 worth of sales if it was, depending on the product and type of distribution when done right, right? But you need to understand this. You need to understand, what's the value of what I'm providing here. It's not just a video. And I see a lot of filmmakers out there undercharging and pricing so freaking low, and they don't understand their value really. And tip number 2, don't look at your competitors. Don't go out and see, like, if you're doing real estate videos, if you're doing wedding videos, if you're doing like, let's say, adventure type of videos, don't go out there and look at your competition and what are they doing, like what are they offering, and how are they pricing that, and just copying that blindly, right? Don't just do that, please. By the love of God, you're not going to do yourself any favors doing that. Your competitor probably also doesn't have any idea on how to actually price their projects the right way, or they're just slaving their hours away. And everyone just simply has different skill levels and experience. So your competition, they might be in this for like 5 years, or like, you don't know if they're only doing this for like a year now, if you're not in this for that long, right? You don't want to just look at your competition and blindly copy what they're doing. You need to do your own thing. What you need to do instead is take a look at your own niche, your own kind of market that you're serving, your own type of specific type of clients that you serve. So let's say high profile real estate videos, or let's say Indian weddings. I don't know. You need to figure out, who is that type of customer and why exactly do they need this video. So you need to cut through that bullshit and get to learn your target market. So even if they say, oh yeah, we need a video, they never just want a video. So you need to cut through that, ask them why. So they might say, yeah, we want to have our website more engaging, or people are telling us we need video for social media and that kind of thing, right? So they need video for social media, right? That's a completely different type of video than what you would put on a website, or what you would potentially use in targeted ads, right? So you need to understand that. So if a company actually wants those videos, most likely to get them new customers, right? Then you need to approach the whole thing in a different kind of way. So let's say some e-commerce store, they want some product shots or product videos, right? So you ask them, okay, why do you need this? And they say, yeah, we need video to put on our website for this product. And you ask them why. and they say, oh yeah, so people can kind of see the product before they try it, and you ask them kind of, okay, what's the product? So what's behind it? Just get behind it, like ask questions to cut through the bullshit, basically. So what you might end up uncovering here is like they might say, oh yeah, we definitely need more, at least this amount of sales this quarter, or else we're gonna be bankrupt because we just ordered all of these new product that we're sitting on, all that inventory, and we need to sell it, and that's why we need a video like now, right? And in that case, maybe a video might not be the best type of option for that type of client, right? So you need to understand what it is that your target audience wants, your target customer, and then craft your offer around that, and also the price based on the value that you're basically bringing to that target client. And number 3, please stop custom quoting every single project. So before you actually go and do any amount of work for any type of prospect, you need to make sure that they are qualified first. Like, can they even pay you? Are they even in need of that type of service that you can provide to them, right? People think they need to justify their costs by custom quoting every project, or that they're kind of losing those opportunities that are coming through to them. And this is the problem, because most of you guys have absolutely no clue where your next client is going to come from. You have no strategy and no process in place to actually get new clients, and that's a whole topic for a different video, right? But that kind of leads you to this mentality of kind of feeling like you need to take every kind of freaking project that comes to you. And that is a problem. You're never ever gonna be able to scale your business if you're just stuck working in your business and not on your actual business, right? And this is like a profound thing that most of you guys need to start understanding. Like, treat your business like an actual business, and only take on those type of clients that you want to be working with. And you know, how often did you send out a proposal or custom quote and never heard back from somebody? Because there's people out there, they're just price fishing. There's hundreds and thousands of other filmmakers out there, and if you're just another filmmaker doing anything for everyone, like music videos, weddings, commercials, like you freaking name it, you're doing anything for everyone, right? Then you have a freaking problem, because you're not gonna be able to pick and choose what kind of projects you get, but you're gonna be kind of forced taking on all of these projects and be stuck in that limbo zone of like trying to work and like getting the edits done, and you never quite know where the next project is gonna come from. So obviously when that email comes in, you're like, oh yes, I got the next project, right? So instead of just sending out that proposal or custom quote without even like knowing that they're qualified clients, here's what you're gonna do instead. So you're gonna schedule just a quick like discovery call, where you're gonna find out first if this client is qualified, and you're gonna actually validate that they are by asking a simple series of questions, understanding a bit about their business, and then second, you're gonna identify what kind of goals they have with this video. Like, why do they want this video, right? And you're gonna cut through that bullshit like I told you. You're gonna figure out like, what are the goals with this video, right? What are they looking for? And then next up, you're gonna clarify their pain points, like what led them to the decision of making to want to create that video now, if that was proper English. But you get the point. Identify what kind of problems do they have in their business right now that they are trying to solve with this video, right? And after clarifying the desired situation and their current situation and pain points, basically you're gonna provide suggestions of how you can best provide solutions in form of your services to those types of problems, and to get them to where they want to be, or basically reach those goals. And then you're going to basically offer the next steps needed, which will basically involve you guys having a follow-up call where you discuss the details and price and all of that. If they really want to have that custom quote or proposal, you're gonna straight up tell them that that's not how you do business. Depends on the client, obviously. If it's like a really high tier kind of client and they need that shit, then you're gonna send that to them, right? But like, don't put yourself in that defensive position, because the second that you send on that proposal, you have absolutely no control. You lost all of the control and gave it to the prospect, and now you're basically in that lower position, and no sale is ever gonna really be easy in that position, right? Or even possible at all. So you don't wanna put yourself there. and you don't want to allow people to just go and price shop. Again, if you're serving like everyone with your type of clients and you don't have a specific type of client that you serve, then you don't really stand out, right? So you're gonna have a problem there. But make sure that they understand this and they're gonna respect you for that. And after going through that call with them and really taking the time to understand their types of needs and providing an accurate kind of custom quote in that call with them, right? They're going to appreciate that and they're going to understand that. And just simply tell them that you're going to send them the proposal and go with them together on the next call. That's how you do business, basically. And that's how you basically prevent all the price shoppers and putting you in that defensive position and having to custom quote every single project before you even knowing if they're qualified. And you're not just preventing the price fishing, but you're also pretty much boosting your conversions of your sales calls, because you can pretty much use all of that info gathered in the first call as ammunition in the second call, because you know exactly what they're looking for, you know exactly what kind of problems you have and how you can help them basically overcome those problems and get to that desired situation through your business, service, whatever, right? So that's also another thing. And if you have a set niche, so if you know exactly what type of clients you serve, basically the types of quotes and proposals you're giving they're repeatable anyways, mostly. And number 4, so this is a huge one most filmmakers out there are doing wrong when pricing their video projects. So never ever charge hourly. So most out there are just trading their life and time away for money, right? And we don't do that. We price on the value delivered and not the actual amount of sweat and work and every little thing you're gonna put in the project, right? This is just gonna motivate you to like pretty much sell your life away, right? So we only calculate our own hourly rates, so what you're kind of comfortable working with, and we use that to kind of calculate our day rate. And this is what we use to pretty much calculate the costs involved in the project, like how much is everything gonna cost to put together, like how much is one day worth of my time shooting worth. And for the director of photography, the director, the cast and crew, whatever, we only use that to calculate the cost, but we never use the hours put in to justify our worth. So when clients ask this, we only give them your day rate, and we tell them we don't negotiate about adding or removing any certain aspects of your base package, right? So like a client might say, oh yeah, you charge this much per hour on post-production. Yeah, we really don't need that extra 3 hour for like color grading, whatever that is, right? And they don't know any better, but you're simply gonna let them know that your purpose here is to create the best type of video that you can for them, to help them get to their desired situation and basically reach those goals and solve those pain points, right? That's what we're trying to help them do here, and we can't take anything away that is essential, right? That's what you kind of need to be able to communicate to your clients. Don't give them like your hourly rate. That's just gonna end up with you having to like justify your price or adding all sorts of stuff that's not really needed, or just spending more time basically, while at the other hand the client is basically gonna do the exact opposite and gonna be trying like, oh yeah, we can like remove a little bit of here, or we really don't need 12 hours for that, do we, right? And those sort of things, and they don't know any better. So we want to create value basically, and you need to let the client know that simply removing the second shooter or the fog machine or like whatever, that's something you simply will not do. And in the end, those business owners, artists, or wedding couples, they just want that video done as fast as possible anyways, right? So they can go to market faster or just have the video faster, right? They don't care about how many hours you're really gonna put in, right? They only care if that's how you price your projects, right? So you're not gonna ask a dentist if you're like in excruciating pain and he can solve that pain for you in like 10 minutes for like, let's say $600. You're not gonna ask him if he can do it in like 2 hours for like $50, right? Like if you're in that much pain, like you want the problem solved, right? And that's just a basic example, right? But in the end, if people could like pay you and you give them the USB stick and the video is already on there, that's like the perfect solution to them. They don't care about all the extra amount of work that you put in. They don't care about you really, and you need to understand this really. I'm sorry, but please stop selling your life away. And number 5, we only calculate our costs, but we don't justify our price based on the costs, right? So obviously we still need to make sure that we're profitable and that we're not making a loss or spending too much on any specific type of like pre-production, post-production, whatever, right? So you want to make sure that we profit at least like 70%. So here's what you're going to do. First up, you're going to add up all of the costs involved. So what do you need for pre-production? What do you need for production? Like amount of crew? Do you need to rent any gear? Do you need to have any talent? Do you need like catering? All of those sorts of things, right? And for post-production, you need motion graphics, you need visual effects. You're gonna basically add all of that up. At the end, you're guys basically gonna add a buffer of like 20% because there's always stuff that's gonna cost more than you thought. And that's pretty much the costs involved in your project, right? And then when you have your costs, you want to make sure that that's pretty much just 30% of your overall price, so that you're having a profit margin of at least 70%. So, you know, you might think like $2,000 is enough for this project, right? But in the end, you might spending like too much time or too much resources and end up making a loss or like barely breaking even. And that's not how you want to run your business, right? And then number 6, you want to create and actually stick to a minimum budget. You need to understand this thing called opportunity cost. Even if that video is just gonna take an hour to shoot and it's gonna be really fast to edit, you could make some like quick $200 or something, like because your friend asked you to shoot something real quick. Even though you might be making some money, you need to understand that in that time you could have spent working on your actual business and not in the business, stuck in there grinding, editing, filming, and like all of that sort of things working in your business, right? Instead, what you could have done is work on your actual business, like strategy and marketing and sales processes, and actually improve your business, or go out there and actually email and make offers to some more potential clients that you would want to work with and that you want to attract to your business, right? So you need to understand opportunity cost. Simply set a minimum budget, let's say $500, and you're never ever gonna take any project below that, right? And then just stick to it. It's that simple. So even if it's just like a 1-hour shoot, that could very fast turn into like 1.5 or 2 hours. And then there's commutes, and you gotta also like put the SD card in the PC, download the footage, put it into Premiere, all of those sort of little things, right? And it's, yeah, you can do that fast, right? But it adds up. Quickly, you don't spend 1 hour, but like 5 to 6 hours, because you like fell into the rabbit hole and found some new tutorials with some new like transitions techniques that you want to try out, and like new lookup tables or like whatever, right? Really quickly, you just wasted a day. And in that same day, you could have sent out like 20, 30 emails making offers to people. And even if they don't buy straight away, maybe in a year from now, one of them is going to call back and say, hey, we want to do a project now, or whatever, right? Like, that's opportunity cost. For every decision you make, you say no to a lot of other things. And like every little action has a lot of leading reactions, right? You don't want to be just a slave working away, right? So instead, work on your passion projects or on your actual business and not in your business, even if you could take that $250 for that quick little shoot, right? But just create that minimum budget and then stick to it. And then number 7 would be to slowly increase your prices and minimum budget until you feel kind of a bit more comfortable selling at that price level, right? So if you right now are charging like $500 and you want to get to $2,000 videos or $5,000, right? You're not going to be able to make that jump quite in one, right? You might want to chunk it up a bit and simply decide like every project from now on, or every month from now on, or every quarter, I'm going to increase my pricing by this percentage or by this dollar amount, right? And then just simply stick to it. And the key here is to never ever just feel completely comfortable selling at your price point. If you're completely comfortable in every sales conversation, then there's a problem, especially when selling to new kind of prospects that you haven't sold to before and that are kind of cold, right? They don't know you. Then you're gonna wanna feel comfortable to a certain degree, but never feel completely comfortable, because at some point you might have like 9 sales calls in a row ending in a yes, right? That's not good. That means your price is way too low. Those people are just using you, and you need to understand this, and never ever feel completely comfortable selling at your price point. You always want to push yourself a little bit to get to that next stage and to actually grow as a person and as a business as well, right? Like, you're not going to be able to make that jump straight to 5K videos, but you're going to make that jump like charging $100 more, yes, or $200 more, of course. And it slowly adds up, but never ever plateau and kind of feel comfortable of be like, oh yeah, they're not going to pay that much, right? If you believe that yourself, that, oh yeah, they're not going to pay, of course they're not going to pay. You don't believe in it yourself, right? That's why you always want to be able to make that little push, but not too far. And this also includes your minimum budget, right? So you're also going to raise that as you raise your overall price. And now tip number 8, the most important one in my opinion. So learn to actually communicate the value that you provide to your clients. So you're not just selling videos. Understand this, and people are using these videos for certain types of things, right? In business, they're using them to sell or convert buyers or to attract new people to their business. And you need to understand what exactly is the value that you're providing here. You know, if you're not confident or simply fail to communicate your value in the sales conversation, then it's most likely going to end in a no or some sort of form of objection, which is basically just like, can you send me something via email? Yeah, we'll get back to you, or whatever that may be, right? So you need to know your target customer. So who exactly is it that you serve? And once you start to understand that, that will help you craft messages that actually resonate with them. You're going to be able to speak their language. You're going to be able to know what exactly it is that they're looking for. And the more you specialize in a specific type of industry or niche, the more you can differentiate yourself from the competition out there. All these other filmmakers doing videos for anyone and everyone, right? You don't want to be one of them. The more you specialize and niche down, the more you're going to stand out, and the better you're going to be able to actually communicate your value, because you know exactly who it is that you serve and what exactly they're looking for in a video, what they're trying to solve with that video, and you need to know the impact of solving this need. So what are the financial and emotional benefits of basically having that video, and how do you actually provide that value and present it in a benefits-oriented way and not features? So there's filmmakers out there being like, oh yeah, we can shoot you 4K HDR drone images with this 360, like whatever, right? Just all the buzzwords put in there to kind of seem smart and like you know what you're doing, right? But the client does not care about all of these words, right? They care about what they are looking for, about their needs and their problems, right? And you need to learn to communicate that, and don't push the features, but push the benefits. What does that 4K HDR drone photo gonna do for them? We're gonna help you sell your house within days with this beautiful real life like looking photography, right? Like that's how you kind of need to word that 4K HDR drone, like whatever thing, right? That's feature versus benefits. So what does the feature, what's the benefit of having that feature basically? And then you need to take your offer and actually present it in a customer-centric approach. So again, stop talking about how awesome you are. Like with our combined 25 years of experience, we breathe and live cinema, and like who fucking cares? The client doesn't care. They only care about them, their problems and their needs. And you need to understand that they don't care about you. So present your offer in a customer-centric way. How would they want to see that offer? How would they want to, what would they want to read on your website, right? They don't care how many combined years of experience you have or any of those sort of things, right? It's all just me, me, me. Stop talking about you and start talking about what it will do for them. And you need to be able to distinct yourself from the competition. So again, if you don't have a niche, if you're doing videos for anyone and everyone, if you're doing documentaries, music videos, on and on, right? For everyone, you're going to have a very hard time competing in today's marketplace. there's hundreds, if not thousands of new filmmakers getting pushed out there every single day, getting new cameras. And the horrible thing is they're talented, they're hungry, and they freaking work for free, right? And you're gonna have a very hard time standing out in today's world if you don't know how to actually position yourself in the right way, how to actually communicate your value, or if you do anything for everyone, right? So do you have anything unique about your service? Anything? Are you specialized in any specific type of industry, right? That would differentiate yourself from the competition. So no matter how amazing your videos are, or what amazing type of crew you guys are, right? Or how much thousands of years of experience you have, if you fail to communicate your value, then you're gonna have a very, very hard time standing out in today's marketplace, and you're just gonna get cut. I hope I could answer some of your questions on how to actually price your video projects, and I promise you that production sheet to calculate your actual costs. The link's on the screen right now. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, because this is what I do. I help filmmakers and content creators get clients with predictability and actually build systems to stop relying on networking, word of mouth, or referrals, or repeat business, what I pretty much just call hope marketing. So I want to show you how to actually build and run a real business. And please let me know, what is it that you're struggling with right now, and where are you at right now? So are you freelancing? Do you have a couple friends that you're shooting with? Do you have a small crew? And if you need any help implementing any of this, again, this is what I do. Just shoot me a message. Please let me know what you're struggling with in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.